and Jason over here hiding. But I think Brett already has some pretty sweet surprises. On that note, thank you for your time and joining us tonight. Please consider helping to make Brett the next state representative of the 7th Middlesex District. Thank you.
Hi everybody, thanks for coming out tonight. My name is Kim Hokinson. It is my honor tonight to be introducing to you Brett Walker. For many of us here, Brett needs no introduction. Many of you know him as a great friend, a devoted husband and father of this wonderful person here. Nice, thank you, that was good timing. A gifted leader and a talented public servant. I first came to know Brett several years ago when I was pursuing my master's in social work and he was pursuing his law degree at Boston College. We met in a class called Leadership and Social Justice. But to me, this is more than a course title. To me, it epitomizes Brett's interest and his commitment to the common good and to his community. For Brett's entire adult life, he has served as a leader in various capacities, and it's always been in pursuit of social justice. Brett began his career at West Point in the year 2000 when he refined his leadership skills and prepared himself to serve in the Army. Hello, friends. He joined the military to be part of something larger than himself. He served tours in Afghanistan and in Iraq, and he was recently promoted to the rank of major.
Hey!
Yay!
Hey!
After his full-time service in the Army, Brett went to law school, and then he joined the Suffolk County DA's office. He's been a careful prosecutor there. He's never taken that position lightly, and he prosecutes ethically and with an eye toward the bigger picture. In fact, in his time there, he's already managed to set up the state's first diversionary court for veterans. It was inspiring to watch him take that bright idea and turn it into a fully functioning service to our vets. Brett has been able to pull together a coalition of legislators, social workers like me, vets, and more to create something more that was new and innovative and really in the service of people who've served our country. His ability to work with all kinds of people is wonderful to see, and it'll serve him well in Beacon Hill. Brett is very good at building coalitions, and I've seen him comfortably sharing a beer and a laugh with preachers, professors, legislators, cops, teachers, and several of you as well. He always has big goals and dreams, and he always makes them happen quickly and in a way that makes it actually seem easy. He'll be a natural fit in the State House. Brett is a leader, a doer, a servant, and he's our next state representative. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you Brett Walker.
All right, everybody, I really appreciate all of you being here. I'm going to demonstrate composure regardless of what's going on around it. This is a really important aspect of leadership. Another important part of that aspect of leadership is being able to give directions. I need you guys to move over there and stay over there for the next 3 or 4 minutes. There we go. All right, hey, listen. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for braving the elements. Thank you for plowing through the snow and the ice and the cold to be here. I really appreciate it. While you're here, please partake of the food, partake of the swag, the limited swag, all right? Not as much as Jason. And make sure I get your signature, all right? Because when I'm talking to people about endorsements, a lot of them are asking, well, how many people show up to your campaign kickoff? And I say, well, I don't know. Let me refer you to my signature sheet. So get me some signatures on there, please. Listen, I really appreciate all of you being here, and I would encourage you to, if you get the opportunity, to speak to Gloria, from whom you just heard. She's the chair of the campaign committee. Speak to her about getting involved with this campaign. Or speak to Dan. Dan's standing right over there. Speak to Dan about the possibility of getting involved with this campaign, because this is going to be a unique campaign, an exciting campaign. It's going to be a fun campaign. This can be the type of campaign you've never seen before, all right? We are not the kind of campaign that's going to conduct itself as things have always been done. To paraphrase Thomas Paine in Common Sense, just because this is the way things have always been done, doesn't mean it's the best way. Look, We are having our campaign kickoff at a brewery and somehow making it kid-friendly, all right? This is a unique campaign. I am going to be a unique state representative. And it's going to be a fun campaign in which to be involved. I'll get into that in a second. But let me tell you about what's going to make me unique here. I'm going to bring to the people of the 7th Middlesex District, Ashland, Framingham, but for that matter, really all of Massachusetts. I'm going to bring to all the people of Massachusetts a unique worldly perspective, the likes of which does not now exist on Beacon Hill. I'm going to offer to you, people of Ashland, people of Framingham, people of all of Massachusetts, experience from the front lines of the middle class. Listen, it's 2 working parents doing our very best to work a good, honest job, pay our mortgage, and raise 2 kids. 2 parents worrying daily about what will the future hold in Massachusetts for our kids, and what will this world look like when our children reach maturity. And as you've seen, they're clearly not there yet, but we are concerned about the future. I bring to you that experience. I bring to you experience from the front line of the criminal justice system. I'm there all day, every day. As a state prosecutor, I spend all day in the courtroom dealing with our criminal justice system as it exists today, and rarely a day passes that I don't think to myself, man, is this system need help? Man, are there some improvements I can make here? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll tell this to all of you today, and I tell this to all the people of Massachusetts. Today's the day that I stop complaining and I start doing something. Today is the day that I announce my candidacy officially for the state representative of the 7th Middlesex District, and one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to change that criminal justice system. I'm going to make it more just for victims, and I'm going to make it more effective for criminals. I bring to you experience from the front line of the substance abuse and opiate epidemic situation that we've got going on in Massachusetts, really across the country, but in Massachusetts in particular. Like probably most of the people here, I've been touched in many ways by substance abuse, by addiction. It's affected the people that are very close to me, and it's affected the people with whom I work, and it's affected my career in my profession as a prosecutor, with an emphasis really on counter-narcotics operations, all right? There are programs out there that work, and there are programs out there that don't work. I've seen them both. And as state legislator, I'm going to have the opportunity to properly support the programs that do work, and to get rid of these programs that are nothing but boondoggles. Now, the person that tells you that there's a cookie-cutter solution to any substance abuse issue is a person evidencing their ignorance, all right? Everybody needs different things. Some people need a meaning. Some people need a job. Some people need reunification with their families. Some people need deep counseling for deeper issues that existed prior to the substance abuse, and that's why they're getting involved with substance abuse. And some people do need incarceration. Incarceration is an option for a lot of people, and I've spoken to people, I've interacted with people who said that incarceration saved their life in these substance abuse issues. Everybody needs different things. What you need is someone who's had experience in that field to be able to address those issues, and that's what I'm offering. And I'm offering experience from the front line of the public school system. My children are involved in the Ashland public school system. My mother was a public school teacher in Quincy. My wife's a career teacher right here in Ashland in the public schools. She comes from a whole family of teachers. Her sister, her mother, even her father, who was in the private sector as an engineer for his whole career. When he retired, the very first thing he wanted to do was volunteer as a tutor for children, for public school children at Westboro High School. This is something that I see, that I understand, and this is something for which I'll be fighting. One of the very first phone calls I made when I said that I wanted to run for state representative was to this woman right over here, Erin Williams, who knows the public education system in Ashland better than near anybody else, right? This woman knows a lot. By the way, she's running for re-election to the school board. She's got some signature sheets going around, so if you get the opportunity, please sign for Erin Williams, because she's a great advocate for the public school systems within Massachusetts and in Ashland, and I have great confidence that she's going to bring her knowledge and expertise to the Ashland School Board and also to this campaign. And finally, yes, I bring experience from the front lines of the fights in Afghanistan and Iraq. I did. I fought on the front lines. I led a lot of soldiers in a lot of combat. I loved it. Is being a state representative akin to being an infantry officer in Afghanistan fighting the Taliban, or Iraq fighting Al-Qaeda? No, not really, but this is what I'll tell you. My experiences on the front lines of battle, the things that I've learned at Ranger School, at West Point, at Sapper School, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, in Paraguay, in Germany, even doing training missions and everything. Those experiences there built me into the man that I am today. They gave me the character, the dedication. They gave me the skills that I need to act as a leader in Massachusetts, to act as an advocate for the people of Massachusetts, to act as a mediator for all the different bodies out there. And that's what I'm going to offer today. That's what I offer as a state representative. Yes, I'll be involved with the legislation aspect, but more importantly, I'll be involved with the community building aspect. I'll be out there in the community working to create the kinds of partnerships, the kind of alliances that we need to progress forward, not necessarily just adding more money, no, acting upon the resources that already exist. So this is what I ask you. I ask you to get involved with this campaign. I ask you to volunteer. One of these slides that flashes up here will give you all sorts of ideas. Hey, if you're part of an organization, give me the opportunity to speak in front of your organization. Let me tell them what Brett Walker State Representative is all about. If you have a little bit of time, you don't mind doing some canvassing with Dan and me, come out and knock a few doors. Hand out a few of these handbills right here. All right, come and join us as we walk some routes. Coming up in about 2 weeks, these signature sheets will be available, so I can actually officially become a candidate. Help me go out and collect some signatures on the date that will come up here. Help me go out and collect some signatures to officially appear on the ballot. If you're not that interested in interacting with people, hey, why don't you hump it with me from the end of Ashland to the end of Framingham? On one of these dates that flashes up here, we're going to walk, sometime in June, we're going to walk from the western boundary of Ashland, we're going to walk to the eastern extreme of the 7th Middlesex District. Come and join me, it'll be good. It'll be about a 10-mile walk, it'll be fun, we'll have a great time. Come and join me. Don't feel like doing that? A little bit less exercise, but still somehow fancy yourself an athlete? Come out and bowl with me, all right? We're going to do like a bowling event, all right? Where I'm going to bowl a game, and by every point that I beat you, you can give me a donation, $2 for each point, all right? That'll be a fun little, and if you beat me, then you give me like a pity donation, all right? Or I'll come over and wash the car or scoop out your driveway or something in the snow, all right? So, listen, get involved with this. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. And there's one last thing with which I would like to leave you. We're having this event here at John Harvard's Brewery and Ale House because, one, it's a really fun place, and we're going to run a fun campaign. But also, because, listen, I'm not the Ashland guy. I'm not the Framingham guy. I'm the Ashland and Framingham guy, but more importantly, I'm the Massachusetts guy. All the things that you heard me talk about today, these are things to better all of our lives. I'm here to better the lives for James and for Benjamin, and I'm here to better the lives for all these people. Please, if you've got the opportunity, come and tell me how life can be better by legislation, by advocacy, by mediation, by leadership. Come and tell me. I'm your guy to get it done. Thanks so much for being here. And now the last thing thanks so much for being here. The last things with which I'll leave you are this. Please eat the food, all right? Because it's already paid for. We got to eat the food anyway. Although, to be fair, the rest of it's going to a shelter anyway. So it'll go to good use. But
So make us feel guilty.
yeah, right. Don't eat the food. You're going to take it out of the mouth. No. So come and partake. But also, Mike, the guy with the big, great beard here, he's going to be giving brewery tours starting right at the time that I finish speaking. Benjamin's been very anxious, so please let Mike know if you want to take the brewery tour. Come sign in if you haven't done so. Come grab your swag, because we all have to know that Brett's about courage, character, and commitment. And come grab your handbills. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Oh! And there's a Taste of Ashland. It's a week from tomorrow. I got the signs up. All right, listen. Taste of Ashland. Be there. It's more free food, but now it's accompanied with free wine. Come and join us. Check out the sign. All right, thanks, guys.